Yes, everybody, what's happening? I'm just here with one of my brothers from Men's in a Mastery Academy, Paul Parry, who's going to share with us a video testimonial on his experience of being inside Men's in a Mastery Academy the past few months. So, Paul, what's happening, mate? Thank you for joining
Oh,
me.
thank you, mate. Feeling
Awesome.
great.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So let's get into it, mate, and let's hear about your experience, mate, inside Men's in a Mastery Academy. Like, if we're looking, mate, for most men, what people want to hear, mate, is maybe where you were at, Paul. Maybe in December time, mate, November time, when we had a conversation on the phone, and you made a decision, mate, at that point to take the jump in, mate. What was your life like, mate, before you made that call to join?
I just felt I was living in constant fight or flight mode. The
Mm,
intrusive thoughts and just no inner self peace. And
mm,
to be honest with you, it'd been like that for years, as far back as I can remember. I was just never present, never focused, never living in the moment. It was more worrying about what happened yesterday or what was going to worry in the future. The thoughts and that were going through my mind at that time, mate, were horrendous, and I had no control over them. So I'd done a bit of research on yourself and the program, and decided to take the reach out. And since I did, mate, the changes have been incredible.
mm. Amazing, mate, amazing. So when you're at that point, mate, like there's different issues when we're looking at where we're at before we join, mate, where a lot of men, Paul, have to get to a point of pain sometimes before they decide to make that jump, mate. And it's, for any man, if you like, Paul, it's nerve-wracking coming into something different, especially when it's a group of men that you're coming into, isn't it? How was that for you, mate, taking that step in?
It was nerve-wracking, to be honest, at first, and it was you still have the thought of being judged and a bit of self-doubt and
Mm,
all them sorts of feelings coming in. But after not being around the group long, to be honest with you, mate, that changed quite quickly, because everyone that I've become bonded with and become brothers with are just unbelievable people. And the knowledge, just not off yourself, off everyone else in the group that are at different stages of the program or the course. Uh, you've always got the answers. Every answer's wherever you turn, there's an answer for whatever you're looking for, mate. And the bonds that we're building now, it's just unbelievable, mate.
yeah, it's incredible, mate, isn't it? So, what would you say then, mate, if you were to describe what it's like and what it's been like inside Men's in a Mastery for you, mate? What's it been like inside there for you, mate, with the brotherhood and the connections and the support that's around you?
I just feel like there's so much love, so much positivity, and the strength and learning off other men just makes you feel more comfortable in your own self, to knowing that there's a lot of people out there with the same thoughts and feelings as myself before I joined the program. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you think to yourself, why am I like this, or am I the only one like this? But you soon realise that there's hundreds and thousands of men probably in this world that are going through the same things, but just not stepped up to find the answers yet, mate. And that was a massive thing. So everyone that I really spoke to, it was like speaking to myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they were going through similar things, learning about themselves in similar ways. And with people being at different stages of it, it helped me so much, because at first it can be a bit like you're expecting a quick fix on things. But
Mm,
there's now I'm at a point where I don't want a quick fix because I'm enjoying it that much. I just want to keep enjoying the journey and go seeing where it takes me, mate. It's for lifelong, know what I mean?
yeah, mate. I get it, and I think it's about learning to understand yourself, mate. Learning to understand, everything about yourself, mate, on every level. Learning to empower you in every area of your life. And as well as that, mate, while you're doing that, you're around a tribe of men who are all reaching, mate, to be the very best version of themselves. And they're all wanting the best for you, mate, as well at the same time. So it's like we create this, it's like a proper tribe, isn't it, Paul? Like we just spent the weekend
Oh,
on
brilliant.
retreat. Absolutely insane retreat. Was that just mind blowing. The things that we did together, mate, and the fun that we had. And that really solidified that bond, didn't it, mate? That brotherhood, that connection between us all.
Definitely. That weekend was, like I said the other day, when we were coming to the end of the weekend, it was hand on heart the best weekend I've ever had in my life with regards to doing something for myself. Obviously, I've had brilliant times with my family and made memories in that way. But with regards to really doing something for myself and taking myself right out of my comfort zone into my edge, and on the
Mm,
back of that, mate, I feel like I'm a totally different person in ways. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but
Yeah.
since that weekend, I just feel ready even more than ever, mate. And like on the
Mm,
back of calls with yourself with regards to like what we had on Monday night around the nervous system, that's something that's massive for me because I've never understood it. I always
yeah.
just thought the thoughts controlled who I was, these thoughts, how do you control them? And now I'm understanding on the back of the weekend and the back of the calls we've been having around the nervous system. And it's just mind blowing, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, it is,
And
mate. It is.
it's just great. It's just great to know that there's answers there, there's hope there. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to live that way. If you want
Yeah.
to step up and take control and live a better life, you can do. The proof's in the pudding here, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, there's hundreds of men that go through this process, mate, and no, it's no shit, mate. Some people think, oh, yeah, it's just another fad type thing. But, at the end of the day, mate, the proof's in it that there's men like yourself sitting on here, mate, talking about their journey, wanting to stay involved, wanting to keep better than themselves, mate.
That's
And,
it.
that's what it's about, mate. It's creating that for men. A lot of men, Paul, right now, they're probably sitting here, maybe watching this. They're in a life that they're not inspired by, they're disillusioned with life, they're not fulfilled, they haven't got purpose, probably in a job they don't want to be in, mate. Overly stressed, doing things to please everybody else, mate. And it's no way for any man to live, mate, is it?
Exactly. That's it. And all that you described, there was a lots of ways that that's how I was living my life. And like the people pleasing and all that side of things, what you realise and the feminine and the masculine, I never ever had no understanding of that in my life. You know what I mean? I didn't know
Mm,
what it meant. But obviously now we're learning and continuing learning. And like obviously, Paul, I'd just like to say on the video, your knowledge and understanding of this is just blows me mind, mate. That's
mm,
one of the biggest thing that's like kept me drawn into it because I know that there's so much more to come. And
yeah,
it's if as you said the other day, if you can do it, anyone can do it.
thank
You're
you,
just a
brother.
scouse fella like us
Yeah,
all, know what I mean? That's just being on the other side like we all have been. And
yeah.
you've come out this side working on yourself daily still. And what a great fella to follow. So
Mm.
I know I've made the best decision in my life, mate.
Thank you, brother. That means the world to me, mate. And I think sometimes I'm always really big, mate. You'll have heard me say this before, is it's not about me being this fucking super leader, mate. It's not about me on a pedestal. I very quickly take myself off that pedestal, and say it's not about me leading, mate. All of us are leaders. It's about me helping you to lead yourself. So you're able to go and take that into your world and, and create a big effect in your own environment, mate. Because that's what we're all
Exactly.
here to do, mate, as men, to live with that, that sense of purpose and meaning in the world, brother. So what would you say then, Paul, has been the biggest change that you've seen in yourself and that maybe the people who know you and love you, mate, have seen in you?
I'd say for myself, it's more with having a bit more inner peace, which is growing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like floating around like a butterfly 24 hours a day,
Yeah,
but I'm finding that inner peace, know what I mean? And the
yeah,
nervous system and settling myself down. And more so for the people around me. It's like my wife even says to me at home, I'm more present, spending time with my daughter. I know inside myself I'm more present. Everything used to be rushed and like no focus on it. Do you know what I mean? It was just life
mm,
was just rushed. It was just, it's hard to explain, do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
everything was rushed. There was no structure to it. Everything, not no presence to it. But now, since being part of the program, mate, I just feel more centered, more grounded, and the more work I'm doing on myself, it's becoming like the best addiction that you could have, if you understand what I mean. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
That's it's like it's really it's the knock-on effect for me, all me and me family is massive, and it's only going to be bigger.
yeah. Love it, mate. Love it, Paul. Thank you for sharing, mate. And finally, what I'd like to ask, mate, is I ask this question last all the time, mate, is most men, I would say 95 to 98% of men, mate, are sitting on the fence. Some men will be looking at this work out of that percentage, mate, thinking, I wonder what this is like. Intrigued, wanting to take the plunge, knowing that this could be the thing that could help them and change everything for them. But they just maybe haven't took that leap of faith, mate, and took a jump into the unknown. What would you say to any man, mate, watching this video who's maybe considering joining and intrigued and wanting to be better and to reach his full potential as a man? What would you say to him, mate, to the man who hasn't yet committed?
I would say exactly. I was looking at this videos like this myself, sitting on the fence and thinking about it for so long. I just
Mm.
wouldn't waste any more of your life thinking about something that's going to change your life. Just reach out, get a message to Paul, and yeah, honestly, hand on heart, if it doesn't change your life, you're doing it wrong, because all the information and the work that Paul's put into the program, if you follow it and really want to change, everything's there for you to change. So don't be sitting back. Look around you, take what's in around you, what you love, and it's all there for you to become even better with. If you just take control of what you need to take control of and become a better man and living a better life.
Yes, mate. Yes, real men doing the real work, mate, isn't it?
That's it, mate. Yeah,
Hey, love
definitely.
it, mate. Love it.
Join the
Thank you very
5%
much.
club.
Love it, brother. Love it. Thank
Happy
you, mate.
days.
Thank you for jumping
Sound
on, mate,
Paul.
and sharing with us, Paul, your experience, brother. It's been amazing, mate, and I
Perfect.
can't wait for the next few months as well, brother.
Definitely. Thank you, Paul.